Hey there everyone, Redneck Brian here. So you can see I'm out with the Red Rocket again. I'm not firing it up again today, it's Sunday. But I'm doing a little bit more work on the rear end. I've actually changed it around a bit, and I've changed my brackets that I'm using to mount this rear end. So you can see, they're much bigger now. At least the top sides of them are, on both sides. The ones I had, I got the one right here. They had this bend in them. These came off of that 3 or 4 speed that I pulled out from a friend of mine's house out of a junk tractor. And I'll show you what happened to the other one. That's the one. Main reason why I don't like them, I was actually going to get them straightened. It's because that little bend right there. And I was looking at these ones. These ones came off the back of the Murray. And they are perfectly straight. I was out here earlier, just looking at it and how everything's going to rework and how to reconnect this side. This is the right hand side, the one I had unbolted a couple weeks ago, and it cracked right along there. So I was going to get it re-welded and get it straightened. So if this was straightened, it would line up perfectly. So I have since figured I might as well use those brackets there, because these were under a lot of stress whenever it was sitting in there. So with those ones there, it's not under any stress at all. It's in there perfectly good, and it's vice gripped in there right now. I'm going to grind it in a second and then put some tack welds on the top and on each side, on the right side, and as much as I can get on the left side here. Left side I got the shifter, and I got a few other things in the way, and I don't really want to remove the shifter, so that's why I'm switching it. That's cracked almost all the way down, about 3/4 down. So junk, scrap metal now. So anyways, this here is ready to be burned in. Then I'm going to come in and put a couple bolts in, because I trust my welds, but I don't trust my welds. I am getting better, but if I bolt it in as well, it will give it that much more strength in the middle. So I'm just going to grind out a groove around each bracket. I don't know how much I can grind. I know I can grind it good on the back side on this one, and not much on the top or the other side. So just really weld the back side of this one, then the 2 bolts will really hold it. 2 or 3 bolts will hold it. This side here I can do all 3 sides. If I do go to a full strip down on this, which I don't really want to do, I'll be able to weld this one up a bit more. But I will be able to weld them along here as well once I do strip it down, and before paint I can put a good bead of weld right in there. So anyways, I'm gonna get to it, and I may update you when I'm done the welds, so stay tuned. Okay, I am now finished for the evening. I got it welded in. Like I said before, I'm going to come back in and drill and bolt it as well, just to give it a little bit extra support. I trust my welds a little bit more now, but I just want to give it a little bit more support, and will help it out in the long run. And the bolts will just give it a little bit extra insurance. So I was checking it. It's off by that, if you can see my finger. That's pretty much what it's off by. I'm not fixing it. It's this right hand side right here. It's just off by just the tiniest bit. So basically the thickness of a prong on a plug, that's what it's off by. So I'm not worrying about it. It should be okay. When I take it out for the first test run, if the rear end's trying to spin itself, like to turn, and I can't counteract it, I will pull it all back apart and fix it. But it's off by so little, I don't think it's even going to matter. I squared it up as best as I could. I did have all this crap on this side. I know some of you will be saying, "Oh, should this removed it all?" I'm going to end up having to remove it now to bolt it. So it will be coming out, but like I said, it's off by so little, I don't think it's going to matter. So anyways, I'm done for the evening. Also, the piece where I'm measuring from might be off from the other side as well, so it might be absolutely dead on. But I think it's off by just the tiniest little bit. I'll show you on the measuring tape. Measuring tape right here. It's off by about as much as the measuring tape is sticking out. That's what it's off by. So it's not worth it to fix. Basically the thickness of this is the tool for my grinder. That's what it's off by. So it's not, I don't think it's really going to matter at all. So like I said, I'm finished for the evening, and I figured out something. That right hand frame rail is actually lower than the left hand frame rail. So I was welding in the cross member, and I was wondering why my measurements were different. It was higher on the one side than on the other, and I was looking at it. Cross member straight, it's dead on, and what it is this side cross member for the tractor, so the frame rail, is actually a little bit lower. So I got it all figured out. So what I did is I measured from the gas tank support, which is straight, and I still got to lower that pulley because the stock pulley, basically, I believe it raised it up a bit. So I got to lower the middle one right there, the idler, and everything is lining up with the stock clutch. So all that's working out perfectly. I strung the belt through and everything's lining up to the rear pulley. So these brackets seem to be working a lot better. Nothing's twisting, nothing's out of alignment, other than the little wee bit like I told you. If you look at this tire, it's pretty damn close. So like I said, I'm not worrying about it. So anyways, that's pretty much it for tonight. So, and then it for the video. I don't know if I'll get time this week, because it's actually starting to snow right now. I don't know how much snow it's in the forecast, so I don't know what's in the plans for snow. But if I do get a chance, I'm going to pull this rear end back out, finish welding everything up. I also plug welded this side here in those stock bolt holes where it could go through. That side, that tire will not come off, so I got to pull the rear end out. I'll plug weld it on that side, get it all drilled, and get it all bolted back on as well. So, like I was trying to say earlier, I'll talk to everyone later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.